Welcome, ladies and gents. Got an update on Prey. What's Prey, I hear you ask? What a weird name. Well, the super smart name for the brand new Predator film. Get it? Predator, Prey? So punny, these people. Anyway, we've done videos on this on the channel before. Yes, that is the title. It's being directed by Dan Trachtenberg. It's set... what was that, like 300 years in the past with the Comanche warriors and all this kind of stuff. Some interesting elements to it. This is a very much a wait and see film for me. You know, it is under Disney. It is a Hulu exclusive, which I hate. I hate the fact that it's going to be a Hulu film. It really, to me, it's very difficult to go back from a direct to streaming movie as a franchise, to go back from that to the big screen, because investors, it's difficult to convince them, basically, because you already cut the profits. So I digress. We have an update here, and it's quite an intriguing one. It is quite an intriguing one. So if you want to stay up to date on all of this news in the world of Alien, Predator, movies, everything, hit subscribe. But the main update piece of news is actually that it was that some of Prey actually took influence from God of War. And this is one of the official stills. Anyway, it's like a zoomed in version of the still, which we'll go through, and I'll show you some bits and pieces in a minute. I just want to get to the news, and then we'll sort of recap, I guess, towards the end for those that don't know. Now, again, it was originally called Skulls, but that was just a working title. And then the official title was actually Prey, so that's really important to note. And it's going to be released on Hulu. But anyway, so here we have it, right? This is just a tweet that Dan Trachtenberg sent out. The 10 Cloverfield Lane filmmaker took to Twitter to praise writer Cory Barlog's work on the recent God of War PC port, adding that the acclaimed video game had some influence on Prey. Trachtenberg didn't elaborate, but it's possible that Kratos' dynamic with his son, Atreus, could mirror that of Comanche warrior Naru, which is played by Amber Midthunder, and her father, or some other mentor figure. Now, this is the tweet. It just says, while Cory Barlog's God of War is getting new recognition for its PC release, I'll pile on that praise and point out it's had some influence on Prey. Now, I think it's really important to note, this movie, in all of the leaks we've had, doesn't feature any father. So you've got you've got Amber Midthunder's character and her brother. Those are the two key characters that were leaked. Obviously, she's going to have a father, of course, but whether they're prominent or not remains to be seen, because the main focus on character breakdowns for call sheets, you know, looking for these characters and the sort of details of them and things like that for the actors to play them, was always this brother-sister dynamic. Right? It was this brother-sister dynamic, and quite a heavy focus on the brother. You know, almost, I think something tragic will happen to the brother, basically. It's kind of what it sounds like to me. So I'd be surprised if suddenly the father comes into the fray, and then that's who sort of takes, you know, sort of front and centre with Amber Midthunder's character of Key, I think it was, if I remember rightly. Although, no, sorry, the name's changed, isn't it, to Naru. It was originally Key, just as an FYI. That's my bad. So I don't know. It's difficult to really... Inspiration, right? You know, it's had some influence on Prey. It could be on the writing in terms of the character. The thing about Kratos, it could be all to do with, this is a lot of coulds, shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's highly likely, in my eyes, how they phrased all of the character breakdowns, that you're going to have this one singular character of Naru, this female Comanche warrior, who essentially, because you've got to manufacture a way in which this character has to face off against the Predator without anyone else, right? Because otherwise, I mean, it's not much of a fight anyway. and you know that the Predator's going to lose because that's just how they do it. But you need to manufacture a way in scripting for this to happen. And if you've got an entire tribe, that becomes very difficult to do. Why someone would just go off by themselves. Someone would go off by themselves if they're stubborn, stupid, or they've faced, a great personal loss, which they choose to go and sort of seek vengeance for. And I think that great personal loss and vengeance, I think, will take sort of front and center here. And I think the prey element is sort of a play on that with respect to the Predator hunting his prey, i.e. Naru's brother. That's my personal thought. And then, of course, Naru seeking to become the Predator, and her prey being the Predator, or the Yautja, as they are also known. That's just my personal take on how it's going to be influenced by God of War. Now, again, just as a quick recap, Prey will take place in the world of the Comanche Nation 300 years ago, following Naru, a skilled female warrior who fiercely protects her tribe against the highly evolved alien predator. So that's the official sort of, release that happened, that was stated about it all. Now, again, I think what is such a shame about all of this, and I'm sure most people will agree, is that it is going to what's it called? Going to streaming. That to me is one of the big no-nos. I think that's a huge shame, a massive shame, in fact. And this is the official. This is that picture. I quite like this as a picture. I think this is quite a good first look image that they revealed. It almost doesn't look sort of photographed. It looks like it's sort of CG and sort of rendered and stuff like that. But it's an interesting image. The Predator looks interesting. The Predator looks looming and foreboding. Almost looks like the shoulder cannon could also double up as a bit of a sword at the back there. It's difficult to really tell what that is. I'm sure it's probably just a shoulder cannon. But yeah, the fact that it's going to streaming, to me, is like a huge no-no. I think that's such a shame. But yeah, influenced by God of War. What do you guys think? Does that for those that are skeptical about this film, like I'm firmly down the middle at the moment in time, it remains to be seen. But for those that are skeptical, does this boost your confidence or not? Let me know down below, because I'll be surprised to see if it does. But I'm sure there'll be lots of people, that may boost their confidence in it. But let me know what you guys think down below. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Misstate Reviews. Links in the description box, as well as my second channel. That's in the description box as well. Cheers. Take care.